In the stillness of a Zen garden, where the rustle of leaves and the whisper of the stream provide a sanctuary, questions about human nature emerge. How do we protect our inner peace amidst the turbulence of deceit and malice? This is not just a philosophical query, but a challenge that resonates deeply with all of us living in a chaotic modern world. In this video, I'll guide you through a transformative journey, inspired by timeless Buddhist wisdom, to recognize and respond to negative energies around you. Let's begin with a simple but profound quote from the Buddha. An insincere and evil friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. A wild beast may wound your body, but an evil friend will wound your mind. This truth emphasizes the importance of discernment and self-awareness. Our goal here is not to judge others harshly, but to safeguard our well-being and cultivate a life filled with harmony and understanding. Our story begins with a monk, meditating by a serene stream under the shade of an ancient tree. A traveler, burdened by unease, approaches him. "Master," he begins, "I feel uneasy around certain people. They drain my energy, fill me with doubt, and yet I cannot pinpoint why. How do I recognize if someone harbors negativity within them?" The monk, smiling calmly, responds, "Evil does not announce itself loudly. It whispers, manipulates, and deceives. But if you observe closely, the signs are unmistakable." From here, the monk unveils 9 distinct signs of an evil person, each accompanied by stories and lessons. 1. They delight in the misfortunes of others. An evil person finds joy in the suffering of others. Their heart, devoid of empathy, celebrates misfortunes as though it elevates their status. The monk tells the story of a farmer who lost his crops in a devastating flood. A neighbor, while outwardly expressing sympathy, secretly celebrated, hoping to profit from the farmer's despair. Over time, the farmer rebuilt his life, but the malicious neighbor, consumed by jealousy and negativity, ended up in isolation. Buddhism teaches us the value of mudita, joy in others' happiness. Without this, jealousy becomes a poison, eating away at one's soul. Notice the people around you. Do they genuinely celebrate your successes? Or do their smiles hide envy? Recognizing this can protect you from unnecessary emotional harm. 2. They spread lies and gossip. Words are powerful. They can heal or destroy, unite or divide. An evil person wields words like weapons, spreading falsehoods and sowing distrust. The monk recounts the tale of a young disciple falsely accused of theft. A malicious rumor, started by an envious peer, led to shame and isolation. When the truth was revealed, the envious person faced societal rejection. The Buddhist principle of right speech urges us to avoid slander and dishonesty. When someone thrives on gossip, they reveal a deep-seated darkness. Surround yourself with those who use words to uplift and inspire. A person's speech often mirrors the state of their heart. 3. They manipulate and control. Manipulation is subtle yet destructive. An evil person weaves invisible chains around others, exploiting guilt or obligation to achieve their selfish goals. A merchant controlled his apprentice by constantly reminding him of a small debt. The apprentice, overwhelmed by guilt, lost his sense of self until he found the courage to break free. In Buddhism, the practice of non-attachment reminds us to let go of control, both over others and ourselves. True relationships are built on mutual respect, not manipulation. Be wary of those who constantly guilt you or make you feel indebted. Healthy connections encourage freedom, not subservience. 4. They are envious and resentful. Envy, when unchecked, becomes a destructive force. It blinds individuals to their own blessings, causing them to resent the successes of others. The monk shares the story of a craftsman whose masterpiece was destroyed by a rival consumed by envy. In his desperation, the rival lost his own skills and reputation. Zen emphasizes equanimity, a balanced mind that appreciates one's unique journey. Envy arises from insecurity and a lack of inner peace. Observe those who frequently belittle your achievements. Their envy is often a reflection of their own struggles, not your worth. 5. They lack empathy. Empathy is the foundation of humanity. Without it, A person becomes disconnected from the flow of kindness and compassion. A beggar sought shelter during a storm but was turned away by a wealthy man. Later, when the wealthy man faced hardship, it was the beggar who offered help, embodying the Buddhist principle of karuna, compassion. Pay attention to those who dismiss the struggles of others. Their coldness can be more harmful than words. At this point, it's crucial to pause and reflect. Have you encountered any of these behaviors in your life? How have they affected your emotional or spiritual well-being? Recognizing these signs is the first step toward protecting your inner peace. Before we move to the next part, let me remind you to subscribe to our channel, Buddhism in Modern Life. By subscribing, you'll gain access to more transformative content like this, helping you navigate life with clarity and compassion. These are just the first 5 signs of negative energy to be aware of. In the next section, we'll explore deeper truths, uncover more signs, and learn actionable steps to guard against harm. Stay tuned as we continue this enlightening journey. 6. They exploit others. Exploitation is a hallmark of malicious intent. An evil person views relationships as transactional, taking advantage of others without offering anything in return. The monk shares the story of a young woman who worked tirelessly for her employer, driven by promises of a promotion that never came. When she finally left, the employer sought someone else to exploit, never recognizing the harm caused. In Buddhism, the principle of dana, generosity, teaches us to give selflessly and with pure intentions. A lack of reciprocity often reveals a person's true motives. Be cautious of those who constantly take but rarely give. Genuine relationships are built on mutual care and respect. 7. They avoid responsibility. Evil people rarely accept accountability for their actions. They deflect blame, manipulate circumstances, and leave others to deal with the consequences of their mistakes. The monk recounts a parable of 2 merchants who set out on a journey. When faced with challenges, one took responsibility for navigating the group to safety, while the other constantly blamed others. In the end, the responsible merchant earned trust and respect, while the blamer was abandoned. The Buddha taught about the importance of right action, urging individuals to take ownership of their deeds and their outcomes. Observe those who shift blame or refuse to acknowledge their errors. Their inability to take responsibility can harm those around them. 8. They isolate others. Isolation is a subtle yet destructive tactic. Evil individuals often aim to cut others off from their support systems, leaving them vulnerable and easier to control. The monk tells of a young prince whose advisor, jealous of his friendships, spread lies to isolate him from his allies. The prince, however, realized the manipulation and confronted the advisor, restoring trust with his friends. Buddhism emphasizes the value of sangha, community, in spiritual and personal growth. Strong, supportive relationships are essential for a balanced life. Pay attention to those who discourage your connections with loved ones. Healthy relationships allow and encourage support from others. 9. They drain your energy. Perhaps the most telling sign of all, an evil person leaves you feeling exhausted, anxious, or emotionally depleted. Their presence disrupts your peace and drains your vitality. The monk compares such people to a dark cloud that follows you, obscuring the light of joy and clarity. He advises cultivating inner strength and awareness to protect oneself. The Buddhist teachings on chanda, wholesome desire, remind us to seek relationships that inspire and energize us, rather than drain us. Take note of how you feel after interacting with someone. If they consistently leave you feeling worse, it's a sign to reevaluate the relationship. How to protect yourself. After identifying the signs of negativity, the traveler asks, "Master, what should I do if I encounter such people?" The monk responds with 3 profound strategies. 1. Compassionate detachment. You can distance yourself without hatred, the monk explains. Wish them well, but protect your peace. By practicing detachment with compassion, you can remove yourself from harm while maintaining your inner kindness. 2. Silence and departure. The monk advises, sometimes, silence is the loudest answer. Walk away without conflict and let your absence speak for itself. This approach prevents further harm while preserving your dignity. 3. Reflection and guidance. Finally, if the person shows a willingness to change, the monk suggests offering gentle guidance. Through reflection and patience, you may help them transform. But remember, their growth is their choice. The 4 practices to fortify your inner self. Beyond dealing with negativity, the monk emphasizes the importance of strengthening your inner self to resist harmful influences. 1. Cultivate mindfulness. Stay present and aware of your emotions and surroundings. Mindfulness helps you recognize negativity early and respond wisely. 2. Nurture compassion. Even as you protect yourself, the monk says, foster compassion for all beings. Hatred only breeds more suffering. 3. Practice humility. Humility allows you to learn from every experience, even difficult ones. It helps you grow stronger and wiser. 4. Live with gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity, the monk teaches. Appreciate the good in your life, and it will shield you from darkness. As the traveler prepares to leave, he bows deeply to the monk. Thank you, Master. Your wisdom has illuminated my path. The monk smiles and replies, remember, the light is already within you. Protect it, and it will guide you through any darkness. This timeless lesson reminds us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control our responses. By recognizing negativity, protecting our energy, and cultivating inner strength, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. The journey through the teachings of Buddhism and the wisdom of the Zen monk has brought us profound insights into identifying, understanding, and responding to the presence of negative individuals in our lives. In this final part, we'll synthesize these lessons, delve into the broader implications for personal growth, and conclude with a call to action for all viewers to cultivate a harmonious, peaceful existence while protecting their inner peace. Reflecting on the 9 signs. As we recall the 9 signs of an evil person described by the monk: delighting in others' misfortunes, spreading lies, manipulating others, harboring envy, lacking empathy, exploiting, refusing accountability, isolating others, and draining energy, we begin to understand the importance of mindfulness in our interactions. These signs serve as guideposts, helping us navigate relationships and identify those whose actions may harm our emotional or spiritual well-being. Let's explore the overarching lessons these signs teach us. The core teachings of Buddhism: protecting the heart. At the heart of Buddhist philosophy is the idea that negativity arises from within and is often a reflection of one's inner turmoil. To truly protect ourselves, we must focus not only on recognizing harmful traits in others, but also on cultivating positive qualities within ourselves. The monk's advice reminds us that the presence of negativity in the world is not something to fear but to understand. Here's how we can integrate these teachings into our daily lives. 1. Mindfulness as a shield. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, is our first line of defense against negativity. By staying present and observing our emotions without judgment, we gain the clarity to respond to challenges with wisdom rather than impulsiveness. For instance, if a coworker spreads gossip about us, mindfulness allows us to pause, assess the situation calmly, and choose a response that aligns with our values rather than reacting in anger or defensiveness. 2. Compassionate boundaries. Compassion, often misunderstood as tolerance for harmful behavior, is better understood as the ability to maintain kindness while protecting oneself. Setting boundaries with toxic individuals is an act of self-compassion and respect. For example, consider a family member who frequently manipulates you into doing things against your will. While it may be difficult, communicating your limits clearly and refusing to engage in their tactics protects your peace without harboring resentment. 3. Humility and self-reflection. The monk emphasized humility as a powerful tool to guard against becoming the very person we seek to avoid. Regular self-reflection helps us identify any seeds of negativity within ourselves. Are we envious of a colleague's promotion? Do we unconsciously manipulate others to get our way? Acknowledging and addressing these tendencies fosters personal growth and prevents harm to others. 4. Gratitude as an antidote to envy. Gratitude transforms our perspective, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. This practice not only diminishes envy, but also enhances our overall sense of contentment. Writing a daily gratitude journal, for instance, can help us appreciate the small joys in life and reduce the likelihood of resenting others' successes. Let's revisit some of the stories shared by the monk and explore their deeper implications. 1. The farmer and the neighbor. The neighbor's malicious joy in the farmer's misfortune ultimately led to his own isolation and despair. This story teaches us that rejoicing in others' suffering only breeds loneliness and sorrow. By contrast, the farmer's resilience and determination exemplify the power of positivity and hard work. 2. The young woman and her controlling friend. This tale highlights the importance of community and connection. The young woman's eventual realization and escape from her friend's manipulative grasp underscore the Buddhist principle that true friends encourage growth and freedom, not dependence and isolation. 3. The blacksmith and the traveler. The traveler's gentle yet impactful words inspired the blacksmith to transform his life. This illustrates the principle of skillful means, upaya, where understanding the right approach to guide others can lead to profound change. As we conclude, let us reflect on the monk's final teachings about protecting our hearts and fostering virtues like mindfulness, compassion, humility, and gratitude. Here are 4 practices to carry forward. 1. Daily mindfulness practice. Dedicate time each day to meditate or reflect quietly. This practice cultivates awareness and helps us navigate life's challenges with clarity. 2. Acts of kindness. Engage in small acts of kindness, whether it's helping a neighbor, listening to a friend, or simply smiling at a stranger. These actions ripple outward, fostering positivity in the world. 3. Journaling for gratitude. Keep a journal to note 3 things you're grateful for each day. Over time, this practice shifts your focus to the abundance in your life and reduces negative emotions like envy. 4. Evaluate relationships. Regularly assess the relationships in your life. Are they nurturing and supportive, or do they drain your energy? Make conscious choices to surround yourself with positivity. The Zen monk's wisdom reminds us that the presence of negativity in our lives is inevitable, but our response to it is what defines us. By recognizing the signs of harmful individuals and cultivating virtues that protect our inner peace, we not only safeguard our well-being, but also contribute to a more harmonious world. Remember, the path to wisdom is not about avoiding challenges, but embracing them as opportunities for growth. As you embark on this journey, consider subscribing to our channel, Buddhism in Modern Life, for more insights and practical advice inspired by Buddhist teachings. Together, let's build a community grounded in mindfulness, compassion, and mutual support. Hit the subscribe button below and join us in spreading the light of wisdom and peace. Thank you for reading. May your path be illuminated by clarity, kindness, and inner strength. See you in the next video.